So again, guys, we're going to continue part 3 in the Russian Revolution. So in this chapter, we're going to know what we call it the March Revolution and what are the causes of the Russian Civil War. So the story happened in March 1917 when women textiles workers in Petrograd led a citywide strike. And then after 5 days, riots flared up over shortages of bread and fuel, shouting, "Down with the autocracy and down with the war." At first, the soldiers obeyed orders to shoot the rioters, but later sided with them. And a year later, Nicholas II is forced to step down and he was executed. He was killed with his family. And that was the end of the Tsar's regime. The March Revolution, what happened? We said leaders of the Duma. What is the Duma? We said Duma is the first parliament in Russia. They established a provisional government or temporary government. Alexander Kerensky headed it. His decision to continue fighting in World War I, of course, cost him the support of both soldiers and civilians. Conditions inside Russia worsened. Angry peasants demanded land, city workers grew more radicals, socialist revolutionaries competed for power. All of this formed Soviets. What is Soviets? Soviets were local councils consisting of workers, peasants, and soldiers. And people everywhere were shouting, "All power to the Soviets." That was Lenin's slogan. Peace, land, and bread. Okay? So Lenin returns to Russia. Under his leadership, the Bolsheviks win the land and win the government. He began to order all farmland be distributed among the peasants, and also they gave control of factories to the workers. Also, the Bolsheviks government also signed a truce with the German to stop all fighting. Okay. Lenin began to promise the people peace, land, and bread. And he was supported by working class and the farmers. And he began to restore order to the country. And he sets up a moderate communist economy. So he began to lead the country to the top. But eventually he sets up a dictatorship. So after the defeat of the Russia in World War I and Russia signed a peace treaty, Russia surrendered a large part of territory to the Germany and its allies. So people considered this as a humiliation. So they began to protest on Lenin leadership. So all the people who are against the Lenin leadership and the Lenin groups, they began to form a team. They called them the White Army or the White Party. So the White Army or the White Party, they are all the opponents against Lenin's party. They were groups who supported the return of the Tsars, who wanted democratic government, any person who was opposing Lenin's style of socialism.